Hello children, today I will be teaching you the numericals from the topic conservation of energy. So you know the conservation of energy. In the previous class I have taught you the law of conservation of energy. Today I am seeing some of the numericals for you. These are the important numericals which usually comes in the ICC examination. So just see and understand the concept how to do the numerical. Numericals are, you are thinking maybe it is very difficult to solve the numericals, but this is very easy. You need to understand the concept of the topic in order to solve the numericals. If the concept of the topic is clear, then it is very easy for you to understand the numerical and also to solve the numerical. Now, whenever you solve the numerical, you have to read the question thoroughly. See that what the question is asked. Then note down the given physical quantity, and then you find a relationship between the unknown and the known physical quantity, and from that relation, using that relation, then find the value of the unknown physical quantity. It is very easy for you. Just see how I will be doing over here. Here it is given a ball of mass 50 gram is thrown vertically upwards with an initial velocity 20 meter per second. So what the information is given to us? The mass of the body is given. So write down now, given mass m is equal to how much? 50 gram. Since the gram is the CGS unit of mass, now convert this mass from gram to kilogram. That is here 50 divided by 1000 kg. That is here 0.05 kg. That is the mass. Next, what is given? The velocity, initial velocity is given. So initial velocity u is equals to how much it is given? 20 meter per second. That is the initial velocity. Now what else is given? Again the value of g is given. Write down now, g is equals to 10 meter per second square. That is the value of the g. So number one question, what is asked? The initial kinetic energy imparted to the ball. So the initial kinetic energy. Now what is the formula of the kinetic energy? Half mv square. So here the formula will be coming half mu square. Write down this, half mu square. That is equals to 1 by 2 into m. M is given over there, 50 divided by 1000. Write down this one into u square. U is given how much? 20 meter per second. So therefore 20 into 20. Now cancel this 30, and here 30 is cancelled. Here 2 is cancelled. So how much we are getting now? 5 2 is 10. Since we are going to find the energy, this is the kinetic energy, therefore the unit will be joule. So how much initial kinetic energy is imparted? That is your 10 joule. Now number 2 question, it is asked the maximum height reached if the air friction is neglected. Now how can you find the maximum height? See, when the ball is thrown in vertical upward direction, this initial kinetic energy convert into the potential energy at the highest point of reach, or at the maximum height the potential energy is equal to the initial kinetic energy. So this point you have to write, you must write. So here you write at maximum height, potential energy is equals to initial kinetic energy. So that implies potential energy is u. So u is equals to kinetic energy is k. That implies what is the expression of u? mgh. So therefore now we can write here mgh is equals to the value of kinetic energy already we got in question number 1, that is here 10. That implies we are going to find the value of h. Here in this question we calculate the maximum height. So h, therefore h is equals to 10 divided by m into g. Now here 10 divided by the value of m. M is how much? 0.05. 0.05 into the value of g is 10. Now this 0 is cancelled. Now here point will go, you multiply 100 So 5 got over here 20. Therefore, it is given as 20 meter. So the height, the maximum height reached if the air friction is neglected is how much? 20 meter. Now number 3 question asks the maximum height reached if 40% of the initial energy is lost against the air friction. Now if 40% of the initial energy, how much initial energy we got? That is 10 joule. If 40% of the energy is lost due to the friction of the air, then how much energy is there on the body? 60% obviously. That means in the highest point of reach, the potential energy is equals to the 60% of the energy on the body because 40% is lost. So that you write down. Number 3, it is asked the maximum height reached again. So same thing you write at maximum height. At maximum height, the initial kinetic energy, the potential energy is equals to 60% of the initial kinetic energy. Potential energy is equals to 60% of initial kinetic energy. That implies, now what is the potential energy? That is your mgh. Again you write here mgh. So mgh is equals to 60 divided by 100 due to 60% into the initial kinetic energy was how much? 10. So write down that 10. That implies now we have to find the value of h. That means height. So h is equals to what is given 60 into 10 divided by 100 is already there into, then here g and m will be multiplied. So m into g, that is equals to, I am showing it above this calculation, 60 into 10 divided by 100 into m. The value of m we got, that is 0.05 into g is 10. So now 10 and 10 is cancelled over there. This 0 is cancelled over there. Now this point and this 0 is cancelled. This point is going over there. Again this point will cancel. Here will multiply 10. So 5 got over here 2. Therefore you are getting 6 to the 12. 12 what? 12 meter. This is the answer. So the maximum height reached if 40% of the initial energy is lost is how much? 12 meter. If no energy is lost, that was coming 20 meter. If 40% of the energy is lost, then the maximum height reached will be 12 meter. So next I will be doing the another numericals. Just see, pay attention. Okay. Now see the next question, that is your metal ball of mass 2 kg is allowed to fall freely from rest from a height of 5 meter above the ground. Calculate the potential energy possessed by the ball when it initially at rest, the kinetic energy of the ball just before it hits the ground. What happens to the mechanical energy after the ball hits the ground and comes to rest? See, this is your ICSE questions. This is very important for the ICSE. Here ICSE. This has come in one of the examinations. So now solve this one. So same way, see now what is given. The mass is given over there. So given mass m is equals to how much given here? 2 kg. Okay. Then height is given. Height is h. H is equals to 5 meter. Then what else is given? Okay. Then g, the value of g is also there. G is equals to 10 meter per second square. So here I am writing g. This value will be given to you 10 meter per second square. The value of g always it will be mentioned to you. Some cases it will be 9.8, some cases it will be 10 meter per second square. So in this particular situation it is given 10 meter per second square. So now what we are going to find? Number 1, the potential energy possessed by the ball when it is initially at rest. Whenever the ball was rest, where it was there? It was there at a height above the ground. So at that moment what type of energy it was having? Potential energy. So what is the expression of potential energy? U is equals to mgh. So write down now. The potential energy possessed by the ball when initially at rest, or that is the initial potential energy. So initial potential energy, that is equals to mgh. Now how much is the m? M is given over there 2 into 10, the value of g into 5. How much is coming now? 100 joule. So the initial potential energy will be 100 joule. Next, number 2. Number 2, what is asked? The kinetic energy of the ball just before it hits the ground. So when the body was falling, it was falling like this. Initially at this position the body was having the potential energy. So when it falls, as you know from the law of conservation of energy, or from the conservation of energy, you know this potential energy convert into the kinetic energy, and just before reaching the ground, the entire potential energy of the ball is converted into the kinetic energy. Therefore, the kinetic energy of the ball just before it hits the ground will be how much? That is the initial potential energy. That will be 100. So, therefore, you write the kinetic energy of the ball, the kinetic energy just before it hits the ground. Kinetic energy is equals to how much? 100 joule. Next, number 3. What is given over there? What happens to the mechanical energy after the ball hits the ground and comes to rest? Now see, the ball was having initially potential energy. This potential energy just before reaching the ground is converted into the kinetic energy, that is 100 joule. So that means these two energies, what energy? Mechanical energy only. Now in the third question it is asked, what happened to this mechanical energy after the ball hits the ground and the ball comes into rest? If suppose the ball falls on the ground it is falling, and then it is coming into the rest, where this energy is gone? What happens to this? Just see this one. Suppose this is a body, it is falling now. Now look at this. See, what happened? Did you hear anything? Did you hear? You must have heard one sound. So therefore this mechanical energy convert into the sound energy. So some part of this energy is converted into sound energy, and the remaining part of that energy, entire part is not converting into sound. There are some heat energy generated. So therefore, this mechanical energy convert into the sound energy and heat energy. So there you write, what happens to the mechanical energy? Mechanical energy converts into, so mechanical energy converts into which energy? Sound energy, sound and heat energy. Okay, now all of you understood? So now we will see another problem from this conservation of energy. You just note it down. Example is given, that is 60 kgf. Question asked to us, calculate the change in the gravitational potential energy between point A and B. Now between these 2 points we have to find the change in the gravitational potential energy. Again, if 75% of energy in part A becomes the kinetic energy at point B, at this point the kinetic energy is equal to 75% of the change in the gravitational potential energy, whatever you are getting in this. Then we have to calculate the velocity with which the sky jumper is moving at point B. So let's see now, write down the solution. So what is given over there? Given the weight is given there. So write down weight, that is your mg. Weight mg is equals to how much? 60 kgf. 60 kgf. Kgf is the gravitational unit of weight. Now bring it into the SI unit. So SI unit while you are bringing, it will be 60 into 10. That will be your 600 Newton. And if the weight is there 60 kgf, therefore the mass. Thus mass will be, how much will be the mass? Mass m is equals to 60 kg. This is the information which is given to us. Again, there are two heights which is given to us, height 1 and height 2. So h1 is given, h1 is equals to 75 meter and h2 is given over there 15 meter. Now we need to find the change in the gravitational potential energy. So thus the change in gravitational potential energy, change in gravitational potential energy. What is the formula of that? Change in gravitational potential energy. We have to find the potential energy at point A. Again we have to find the potential energy at point B. Now subtract this, you will be getting, and before that I have given you that formula, that is mgh1 minus mgh2. So therefore directly we write over there, here in this U is equals to mgh1 minus h2. That is equals to, mg is given 600, so put the value 600 into h1 is given 75, 75 minus 15, so that is equals to 600 into 60, that is equals to 36,000 joule. Since we are getting now potential energy, therefore the change in the gravitational potential energy here is coming almost 36,000 joule. So now we will see number B. Number B, what is given there? Okay, I am drawing a line over there. Number B, it is given, if 75% of energy in part A becomes the kinetic energy at point B, means whatever energy we are getting over here, how much we got? 36,000. This 75% of this energy is the kinetic energy at this point, at point B. We need to find now the speed at which the body is moving at point B. So now see, therefore at point B, kinetic energy is equals to how much? 75% of 36,000 according to the question. So 75% of 36,000. This is according to the question which is given. Therefore, now what is the kinetic energy at point B? The expression of kinetic energy, that is your half mv square. Therefore, half mv square is equals to 75 upon 100 into 36,000, isn't it? That implies now we need to find v, because the question is asked to find the velocity. So v means here it is given v square. So v square is equals to 75 upon 100 into 36,000 into half is multiplied this side, so this that side will go, it will be multiplied by 2. Mass is multiplied this side, when mass will go that side, it will be divided. So mass divided by mass, that implies v square is equals to 75 into 36,000 into 2 divided by 100 into the value of mass. Before I have given you, that is your 60 kg. So just write down the value and you cancel this. After cancelling, you get v square is equals to 900. That implies v is equals to root over of 900. That will be your 30 meter per second. So the velocity at which the body is moving at B will be your 30 meter per second. Understood? Thank you.